Chris Waters about to give us the 4-wide formation to these teams. Brad Monahan will be involved very soon as well. On behalf of Sinopec Lubricants, Chris Waters down here as the Grand Marshal for this event. So make sure you've got all of your lights on. And get ready to stand up and make a bit of noise. Everybody down the back straight away. Make some noise for your A main field for the Murray Magic. Come on, turn 4. I want to see those lights up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're able, would you please stand up for the 4-wide salute here for the modified sedans and make some noise, Mildura. The Murray Magic for modified sedans. Wave those phones around and get rowdy. Come on, main straightaway. Let's hear you out there. Ripping field curbs. Hope you got your program there to help us run through this lineup. So pace cars about to move off. First one to
such an impressive and stout lineup. Jewett's been very good. How impressive has Wixie been as well? He's got a couple of heat race victories this weekend as well. The Atkins brothers, they've shared a pair of victories here this evening.
40 laps. It's a long way around. We know that anything can happen. Certainly, as you said, Druitt has been the form guy, but Todd Atkins has been monstrously quick as well. Have a look how far back the Australian champion is. Brock Atkins is back on the third last row of tonight's A-Main. So, Druitt, Atkins, Wicks, Christie, Smith, Horson, Head, Hallekus, Fitzpatrick. We're good to go. Lights are out. 40 laps ahead of us for the Murray Magic. They're very well behaved as we come out of turn number 4. Down to 1 we go. Atkins on the outside with Druitt. Todd Atkins, your leader. Druitt in second. Todd went the long way round. Wicks, Christie, Smith, Horson. Then you go back to Head, Hallekus. We work our way into turn 3. Rapid field, rapid pace early. Lachlan Fitzpatrick in the middle of that battle pack as well. Atkins upstairs, right up on the cushion. Druitt having a look. Brad Wicks in third. Druitt prepared to skate across the middle and try and make that ground up. Wicks, he looks racy. We got 36 to go. 36 laps remaining. Everybody upstairs except for Jake Druitt. He runs the middle. Atkins nearly scrapes the wall into turn 3. Man, there's going to be some traffic to deal with. And we're yellow just as I said that. Which, there's body panels.
Come from the 29 on Marcus Redcliffe as well. You see him just about to go past half his car sitting on turn number 1. But how is the pace out the front and the racing deep in the field? Wait, they're 3 and sometimes 4 wide, but more importantly, not trading any paint.
Does work, but I'm pretty sure if you cause the caution, because of debris, you have to go the rear. I might be wrong.
No, that's exactly how we run it, Wado.
36 to go. Atkins, your leader from Druitt, Wicks, Christie, Smith and Horson. Jake Druitt stepping the pressure up on Atkins. Watching how Brock has progressed his way through the field as well. They're going to come up on the lap cars very quickly indeed. Oh man, more debris in turn 1 and 2, but it's only fiberglass. Todd Atkins starting to open up a bit of a buffer. Druitt, Wicks and Christie, the top 4 have danced away from the rest of the field. And we go yellow, car around in turn 2. So we're caution in turn 2. Word I'm getting through from Gilman that there was Playstead, Trelaw, Headland and Monson. All Australian champions again. Back to back. That's epic. Thank you, Kathy, for that update. We're back on it. Congratulations, Mark Playstead and Ben Pitt. Wicks has a speculator down on the low side. Watching Christie. Brody Christie just gave Wicks a little bit of a tap. Atkins getting away. Back in that second spot. The Snake has been rocket fast all weekend. Jake Druitt. And we're yellow. Caution with the car slowing in turn 1 and 2.
Darcy Wilson, the Ballarat 5 entry there. Wado just coming to a stop up there. Looks like there might be some front end damage on the 5.
They do run the top, don't they? Gotta love it if you got the plums to go up there. Stormy was a very, very handy modified sedan driver back in the day. Got the nickname Stormy because he had a little bit of a temper by all reports. Sad week for the Waters family with Chris losing his lovely mum during the week. Still wonderful to see him on the infield here tonight. Brody Christie now coming at Wicks, who comes at Druitt. Martin Horson down on the lower side coming after Dave Smith. You got Nathan McDonald, Angelo Hallekas, and Neil. Here comes the Australian champion Brock Atkins. Atkins pulls up alongside David Head in the number 1. We're going to go caution, I think, with Wicks. There's a problem for Brad Wicks. I wonder if he can get off the racetrack. Kudos to him if he can. But I think we're going to go caution. We just crossed the stripe with 30 to go.
You saw Wixie coming off turn number 4, a puff of smoke. The car just went straight towards the wall. And
it's Cam and Jared Waters' dad, Chris, a.k.a. Stormy. We're back underway. Minus Brad Wicks. That's a shame. He was fast. Everybody upstairs except for McDonald. Brock Atkins. Keep your eye on the Australia 1. He's on the outside now of Angelo Hallekas. Druitt passes Todd. Todd stays upstairs. Jake Druitt, your leader from Todd Atkins. Brody Christie into 3rd. 4th is Dave Smith. 5th is Martin Housen. Then you go back to Nathan McDonald, Angelo Hallekas, Brock Atkins, who was challenging Hallekas, but now dropped back, and so is Todd. Wow. There's a problem. Is it a cut down right front tyre, perhaps? Something is visibly wrong with the Todd Atkins 36. It's dropped down in the right front corner. He's trying to stay out of harm's way. Your leader is Druitt. Todd trying to get off the racetrack. Well done, Todd Atkins. Selflessly getting himself off the racetrack. Jake Druitt, your lead up. Brody Christie second. Dave Smith third. Nathan McDonald now the big charger. Into fourth. Martin Horson, Angelo Hallekas. Brock Atkins. Lockie Fitzpatrick. Wade McCarthy. Back to Sheen. Then Head. Then Dolick. They're going to come up on the lap cars here shortly. 24 laps to go. Jake Druitt in open traffic once he gets by the Steve Ellis car. Wow, McDonald really starting to charge the Queenslander. 23 to go for Jake Druitt. Dominant performance, although it has to be said, Todd Atkins was giving him plenty. McDonald, the slider on Dave Smith, couldn't make it stick. Just up ahead of that battle is Brody Christie. Out of turn 4. The battle for third is about to become the battle for second. If they pull in Brody Christie, Druitt is going to come up on Logan. Oh, wow. Just saw Karen Ferguson give Shortus a bit of a don't argue. Gee, the traffic is intense. Now Dave Smith puts the move on Christie. And we're yellow. Oh, big wreck here. So, big wreck in turn 1. And multiple cars involved.
I tell you what, Wado, this rain just starting to fall now.
Christie
Couple of
getting right in underneath the rear spoiler of the Barry Bonnet. The 19, David Smith is up to third. Away we go. Let's hope we get the next 12 in. McDonald slices across the bottom as Marty Horson comes after him. Oh, there was such a close bit of real estate occupied between Horson and McDonald. Dave Smith has really come alive in the 19. Starting to find some speed now. Druitt settles the ship. Opens up about a 2-car length lead. Druitt is the fastest car out there. 9 to go this time by. Dave Smith trying to run down Christie, but Brody has got a very consistent hot rod. Both the Atkins boys have had a very tough weekend. Todd led early. Brock had trouble for most of it. Gee, David Head, the bonnet is peeled right up. And wow, Ramsdale just finished him off. I'm really confused about why that had to happen. I'm not sure if it was a payback or what, but he was seriously helped off the racetrack out of turn 2.
think the speed tape is going to come back out again, Wado. Hope they've packed enough speed tape.
I'm not sure why we even use it. You should be off. When you're done, you're done. I just don't get it. Might be a controversial thing to say, but why do we frig around lap after lap with repairs with race tape on cars that you're not supposed to work on? I know that in sedans you can, but I don't get it. Particularly not when we're sitting here at 11:15. Oops, did I say that?
We have been a bit controversial tonight, though, haven't we? The Palmy and Palmer great debate.
84 car, just to rejoin. That was the contact made with Tangles. So we're back underway. Wow. Wow, wow. Christie, how did he get alongside Druitt that close to the Witch's Hat? Must have been a phenomenal move. I was looking at the monitor. I'm still a bit stunned. That was an amazing concept to be leading just past the Witch's Hat. Must have got a ripper start. Brodie Christie, Jake Druitt, David Smith, Nathan McDonald, Marty Horson, Angelo Halakis. 5 laps to go. The Murray Magic. It's been an entertaining weekend. Brodie Christie was phenomenal on Good Friday in particular. And hasn't he come back at the right part of the weekend? Dave Smith too has been up and about in this A-Main. Regional Power Services bringing you the Murray Magic. Druitt is not done yet. 2 laps to go. Brodie Christie looking for his biggest moment in Mildura. Druitt not done. 1 to go this time. Have a look at the snake. Crushing the pedal to the floor. Dave Smith is right there with him. But wow, Brodie Christie pulls off a major upset. Gets the win of the Murray Magic. Druitt second. Dave Smith third. 4th is Nathan McDonald. 5th is Martin Horson. Talia Dolick, big drive to get to 6th. Wade McCarthy in 7th. But wow.
I tell you what, Wado.
I don't think this is necessarily an uncontroversial situation as Druitt.
Certainly not over. There was a couple of officials straight onto it down here.
Well, I couldn't work out how Brodie had gotten by Jake around the Witch's Hat area, but I wasn't looking at that part of the racetrack at the time curves. Did you see it?
Certainly was side by side as they went into turn number 1. I didn't quite see the start. I don't know whether Jake just missed the start or what, but...
Well, hang on. Now, this is interesting because there's a checkered flag. They're about to give it to Jake Druitt. So, wow.
Wow.
So, wow. I honestly at the time thought you can't go past the leader before the Witch's Hat. That's where the discussion will be coming from. So you can't argue the guy has been rocket fast all weekend. The checkered flag was definitely given to Jake, so please put your hands together for Jake Druitt.
Isn't he pumped up?
Chris Waters coming over to give him the trophy and gives him a big hug for it. 5 wins pretty well when you count the heat races and the A-Main. And there's discussion going on, you would think, between Brodie Christie, one of the officials, and our race officials up here as well. Hey, Snake, any chance of a burnout or a donut or two? Will Shaw did it, right?
I tell you what, I just walked past Brodie Christie. Very, very upset, which is a shame to see. We don't want to see anyone upset, but the rules are pretty clear. If you pass a car before the cone, I'm not sure in sedans. I know we go to the rear of the field in the sprint cars, but I'm not sure where it is with modified productions. But heartbreak for Christie. He was starting to chase him down. He managed to get by him on that restart, but controversy aplenty in the Murray Magic.
Wow. No shortage of drama. The Murray Magic is done for 2022. Sprint cars coming out for their A main. There'll be no 4 wide curbs. We're just getting straight into it due to the lateness of the hour and getting after it. This will be a rapid sprint car A main. It will be super fast here.
Saw on Friday night when they worked the track earlier on after time trials. It was locked down on the bottom, super quick. Saw a